So today's Project Soapway winner is Old Hat at this point, and I think this might be her hat trick, as in it's her third that she's won. And true to form, just like with every other Project Soapway that she has won and probably submitted for, she went ahead and decided to make this product 4 times before she got to the one that she liked the best. I will tell you more about today's Project Soapway winner in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for another week of Project Soapway fun, and we are doing the Lotus Swirl Challenge today. And our first winner that we are announcing and showcasing and oohing and awing over is Hooked on Suds. Now, Courtney of Hooked on Suds is a soap maker that is kind of new to the game. She has been doing it for a little bit now. She is based in Utah, and she has a very cool mind wherein it is completely perfectionist driven, and she has to continue trying and trying and trying again until she masters her craft. And this one is no exception. I love that Courtney is such a perfectionist. I see a part of me within her in that regard, because I always do when I have a new thing that I can't figure out, right? I do it a bajillion times until I feel like I have a good grasp on it. And considering she did 4 different versions of the Lotus with 4 wildly different color patterns, wildly different variations, you can definitely tell that she was really, really working on making sure that this Lotus swirl was going to be amazing. And this one certainly is. Now, this particular soap is a cranberry something with the scent, and I think also with the coloring. So it's very cute. It's definitely getting me in the season, even though, I get it. It's not even October yet, but soap makers, we think far ahead. And so I start thinking holiday and Christmas with this one, and I love it. It's super amazing, and I'm very excited to show it to you. But first up, I do want to talk a little bit about Project Soapway and what the parameters for this were. Pretty sure the parameters were just a Lotus with at least 4 colors. And so that's what you're going to see this week, people delivering on that brief. And first up, as I said, is going to be Hooked on Suds. And let's go to her video, and we can see her deliver on this brief beautifully, like she always does, in her video. So I was going to show you all of her cuts and a whole lot of her footage and whatnot, and just leave some of her talking in, because it was hilarious and funny and really awesome. But she had copyrighted music in the background. She was, jamming on to some Shania and other stuff. And so I couldn't do that. But this is her 3rd attempt. She did go ahead and make one more after this, but ultimately this was the one that the Sudsers selected, or I'm sorry, the Soapprentices selected from the Sudsers to send to the jury for Project Soapway. And so this is scented with a cranberry cocktail blend for her winter line. The other 2 were for her fall line. And speaking of cranberry cocktail blend, let's pay attention to what happens right about now. And she goes to put something down, and everything falls, and that includes her fragrance, which is spilled right there. So rip, everybody pour one out for Hooked on Suds for Courtney, because that sucks. That is so sad, and I just heard it in her voice. She, went to go clean it up, and she had to pour more fragrance, and it's like, oh, that's such an expensive accident. sucks so much. And I say all of this to you guys all give her hugs right now in, the comments of the premiere, because that's awful. But two, just as a testament to, how professional she keeps it or whatever, she's obviously going to be flustered after something like this and working in the scent of her, spill here. And she still delivers a Project Soapway winning batch of soap. So, good job, Courtney, for being able to keep a level head. There are some times in the soap shop where I would just, when things just go way too wrong, and I just back away. Which, sometimes is a good thing. I do that a lot in life, actually. I was on top of a roof this weekend, and I got all twisted around in ropes and stuff, and I went, nope, I gotta go, I gotta get down. And I just abandoned the entire process because that's where my headspace needed to be. But for her, she was able to keep going, and we have 4 colors. Cranberry cocktail, there's a burgundy, there's a green, there's a white, there's a beige, and there's a lot of oils and soap nuts and sodium lactate. I mean, there's a lot going on here in this, actual recipe. So we're going to go to the pour and watch her use this mold divider. So it looks like she'll just be pouring in 1/2 of the mold for a lot of soap. So let's see how this all works out. And here we are on to the cuts. Now you can see one of her attempts in the lower left-hand corner there, the purple and orange and green and black guy. It's one of her Halloween scents, and this one is scented with something like pumpkin sandalwood or whatnot. The purple one down there looks absolutely gorgeous for sure, but I had seen that she had posted this in Mad Micah's or Nature's Gardens like Facebook page or whatever. So I screenshot that and sent it to the Soapprentices and the Soap Mods and said, hey, if this comes in for the challenge, do not submit it because I don't want to, no, because, I'd already seen it. And again, I knew that Courtney was going to submit multiples of it. So they did not send me this one. They chose to send this holiday themed one with the burgundy and green and gold and white. And I love this. I thought this was a very gorgeous Lotus Swirl. And I am actually very interested in what she is doing right here with the mold itself. So it's a lot of soap batter that so she's doing both sides, but she has the divider in the middle. Now I wonder why she's doing both sides. So I've done videos before where I've done like a full, like a long loaf, like 24 bars or whatnot, and then just kind of cut it, just estimated it in the middle and like changed my swirl pattern. Now I've done that for videos to show you guys the differences between, like an infinity swirl versus an up and down, and going in like an S pattern across the length of the mold, so you can see what the different skewering techniques will yield sort of in the same video in the same batch. And so I'm wondering if that's what she was going for with all of this. But ultimately, when it all came down to it, when she started putting in the rest of her soap batter, I think she thought that it was starting to get a little bit too thick and the divider was ultimately in the way, so she took it out and continued on like that. So I don't know if she does change her actual skewering just kind of midway through regardless. But yeah, Courtney, let us know, what were you intending with this? Because I did not catch that in the actual footage itself about what you were hoping to go for with keeping the middle, divider in. Now, I do love this. I love seeing soap makers, scrape all their soap batter back into the container, into the mold as much as possible. I do that when I use dividers. It's one of the reasons why I created like a Lotus and a Mantra swirl hack, essentially not using dividers at all. But, I showed you a couple days ago, if you don't like doing this, because it is pretty tedious and messy, you could use a sponge of unknown origins and make a soap sponge for your shower. That works too. But I like that she's doing this because nobody ever wants to waste soap batter. The last thing you want is a whole bunch of soaps that are just slightly under the weight that you were going for. So then you have to, change your labeling or change your pricing. I mean, it becomes a big old thing. And so getting all the soap batter that you possibly can back into the mold, absolutely, 10 out of 10. Or you could make a weird soap sponge, for sure. Now, Courtney has been super busy with Hooked on Suds. She does not have a website going right now, but she's doing a great job selling and marketing on Facebook Marketplace. So you can go to her actual Facebook page and see all the stuff that she currently has available. And she has some gorgeous fall soaps that are currently up. 2 of the 4 that she made for Project Soapway are included among those. So those purple ones, and as well as a more rustic, beautiful bar that I think has some pumpkin variety as well, and lots of other fun stuff. She's really branching out into her soapy expression since the last time we saw her on the channel, because again, this is like a hat trick for her. I think this is her 3rd win. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But one of the things I also love to see with her is not only is she branching out with all of the cool products and her techniques, or we get to watch, you know, people and the Sudsers' techniques really evolve and grow and be perfected. I also get to watch the soap recording change and grow too. And so I love that. Oh, you know what? This is also interesting too. So she's using a skewer that is as big as the Sharpie that I used for mine. Okay? And you saw what mine was with the Sharpie version. I got all kinds of stuff. I got a Princess Mononoke mask, which I can get behind. I got some Mario references I can also get behind. I saw Nacho Libre. And that is not at all what she ended up with this. And she has a very thick skewer. And so this might be the most obvious thing in the world to you guys, but I guess I'm just sort of making this connection right now. If thicker soap batter, then thicker skewer. Do you think that's going to be the ticket? And let's see how many times around she goes with this for her actual Lotus, because that's the real trick and what really changes it from like a mantra or a Taiwan to, well, I guess a Taiwan to a Lotus is how many times you really run the perimeter of the mold to pull all of those beautifully swirled colors into a flower type shape. And yeah, so her soap batter is a lot thicker than what mine was when I used a very thick skewer. And she's using, again, a thick skewer. So I'm thinking, is that just common knowledge? Do we just know that? Thicker soap batter equals thicker skewer? Or am I on to something and also you just learned something along with me? I'm asking, and I'm not going to take offense to either way, because I frequently get taught by you guys all of the time. And so we're going to swirl the top. It's going to be awesome. And now we're going to move on to my favorite part, which is the cut. And let's see how many beautiful lotus flowers she gets out of this guy. Okay, and onto the cut. And yeah, no, chef's kiss just in totality, because every single bar of soap in this is a gorgeous lotus. She's going to turn it over so we can see it all beautiful. Absolutely stunning. That is absolutely gorgeous. And as I said, that does not look anything like the Soapbox Society branded colors one that I did yesterday, and I used a very thick skewer. So there is that. And with every single one of these soaps, I was blown away. But I don't quite remember if there was a difference in color. The way that mine was such a contrasting, like such a huge difference from one, match of the Lotus to the other in my Soap and Clay branded soap. So let's see if we get the same thing with that. Now I know that the beige was on the bottom so not a huge difference in color, but definitely more definition within those swirls, certainly within that one. Definitely much thinner lines going on between the gold and the green and the white to the burgundy than what we saw in the first one. Absolutely stunning. Let's see what this one looks like inside and if we have more of a change. Looks like not more of a change, but again, yeah, so yeah, the swirls get more defined within this. So I'm going to go with this is probably towards the middle of the whole entire mold. And so that would mean that we have probably 1 or 2 more cuts that would be towards the end pieces. Maybe the first one that she cut was closer to an end. And that one right there is gorgeous. Like just the top that she cut off. It's a beautiful soap. And that one is also incredibly stunning. So yeah, the first one that she did, much thicker with the swirl colors, like bigger blocks of color. And this one has definitely more defined swirls within all of it. Lotus is such a fun pour for sure, because you get so excited to cut it. You really want to see what's inside because you did the exact same thing all the way across the entirety of a mold, right? But every soap cut is just a little bit different, and you don't ever know exactly what you're going to find when you open it up. And it's like Christmas. Lotus swirls are amazing. I love everything about them. I loved watching this process with Courtney. I love these soaps so hard. I can't wait to see the rest of her, Christmas line that she's probably building around this. And see what I mean? So we had the first cut there, much thicker blocks of color there. Still a gorgeous soap, certainly, but you can see how it really starts to feather out and get more flower-esque and a big, beautiful lotus bloom, there as she continues down the mold. Very fascinating. I love everything about this. Courtney, you always do such an amazing job. Everybody, obviously, go check out Hooked on Suds. Go check out her Facebook page. She's got new stuff rocking and rolling there. She's been asking me a ton of questions about video editing and software and stuff. So I have a feeling she's going to start editing videos and getting them up on the YouTube soon. So I can't wait for that, because she's a ton of fun to listen to in these videos. And I think you guys would really enjoy her just across the board, because she's got a really fun sense of humor and a little bit of self-deprecation going on, which I relate to so hard, because me too. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout. Obviously, everybody go follow her, do all the things. But yeah, first and foremost, tell her congratulations on all of the soapy wins. And yeah, it did actually change, didn't it? From one side to the other. It went gold from the top to the bottom. That's wild. I love this pour so hard. Good job. It is an absolutely gorgeous bar of soap. Well, 2 bars of soap to make the Lotus, really, from Hooked on Suds. And yeah, it's a really awesome bar, and it's really a good testament to how awesome and amazing your soap skills can be if you continue to just essentially do the exact same thing over and over again. It's like life, you do everything, you practice whatever, and eventually you get great at it. And so I really love to see every time, Courtney and Hooked on Suds submits for a project Soapway, I love to see all of the different variations, because when I find out that she's won one, I then immediately contact the Soapprentices and I'm like, okay, which one did you pick to submit? Because they only submit one to me, and let me see the rest of her soaps that you didn't select, because I know that there's always going to be at least 4, and she has not proved me wrong yet, and so it's becoming kind of a running trend, and that's pretty awesome. Everybody, obviously, go support Courtney. Go check out her site. Go check out her products. Go do all the soapy things. She is amazing. She is an awesome human. She has amazing, epic talent, and we need to show her all of the Sudser love that we can possibly muster, and we can muster a lot, because Sudsers are epic and just brimming with love all of the time. And I see that every day, so I know that you're not going to let me down today. Courtney, thank you for submitting. Thank you for being part of the Sudser community. Congratulations on the win. This is a gorgeous soap. I cannot wait to see the rest of your soaps for your holiday line, if that's what this one is for. So you definitely send me pictures or put them in the Discord or whatever. For everybody who exists and is here for the soapy fun, hi, hello, you are here. Nice to see you. And you could subscribe and be part of the Sudser community if you wanted. That'd be fun. Also, I'm supposed to be talking about memberships and everything. Reminder, memberships, they exist. They're a thing. There's a join button. Do that, whatever. And that's how you participate in Project Soapway challenges. I'll remember to do that better in another video probably. I don't know. Soapandclay.com is a thing. I don't know. It's all lots of things. But I'm going to go. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.